I'm going to discuss about the Mass Effect 3 ending. So everyone's watched the videos, everyone's either done that or they finished the game, and it doesn't make sense to them, and everyone's getting really pissed off. So I can understand that. It doesn't make sense. If something doesn't make sense, you're gonna get pissed off. But I doubt BioWare ever thought that their fans would, do this. So it's gonna basically clear it up. The ending is ambiguous. That's the general summary. It's an ambiguous ending. So people like me and you can discuss and talk about the ending. However, this is my first theory. I think that it's all a hallucination, really. I mean, not the whole game, but when they're all running towards trying to get up to the Crucible, up to the Citadel. Yeah, he gets knocked out, and then he magically gets back to his feet, and it's all vivid, it's all slow, and he eventually gets there. He gets teleported. So once there, he contacts Anderson when he's in the sewage system. I don't kind of where all the dead bodies are for some reason. Maybe I don't even know where the dead bodies are. Anyway, so he contacts Anderson and he says where are you? Oh, I'm in another dark room, blah blah blah, and then they continue talking. So once you get out there, there's this big long kind of hall, and he says, whoa, where are you? I don't know, Shepard, everything's moving, everything's changing. And then you continue walking up this ramp. You notice that that's the only way to get there. That's the only way to get there. And then you see Anderson there. So my question is how did Anderson get there? You know what I mean? If you beat the game, you know what I mean. There's one single ramp, and he keeps saying, "Oh, everything's changing, everything's changing." Well, that was the only way to get up there. Even if everything was changing, if all the directions of the ramps were moving, it's impossible because everything pretty much stayed the same to get up to that certain room, and that's how Shepard gets up there. So how did Anderson get there? That doesn't make sense. And another thing I want to point out is that Lucifer comes up soon afterwards. Why? How? Where does he come from? That just doesn't make too much sense. And after that they discuss a bit about how they want the Reapers. Lucifer is trying to control the Reapers, and it's clear that he's indoctrinated. He's being taken over by the Reapers, and basically talks about how he's trying to advance the cycle by doing this. But no, he eventually kills himself, or you shoot him. And then he says something like, "Earth is so beautiful, I wish you could see it the way I could." I guess that's supposed to be the cathartic moment for him, the moment where he realizes everything, oh shit. Well, maybe not that, but the moment of realization for him. And you and Anderson are sitting down, and Anderson dies because of one shot. It's kind of strange. And so does the Lucifer. He dies one shot in the stomach, which I kind of find a bit strange. But anyway, and the Admiral Hackett says it's not working, and then he makes his way to the platform. Then he gets teleported up to the top of the Citadel, where he meets the little boy, but in a hologram figure, who's supposed to be the catalyst. Another question is, why is it the little boy? A lot of movies, for example, God, it's usually what you perceive God to be as, you know what I'm saying? So maybe that's what Shepard's perspective on the catalyst, to make it a more, a more emotional feeling. However, I don't think so. I think because it's either a dream or a hallucination, that because of that, it's just the catalyst is what he wants the catalyst to be and look like, and he wants closure. He let the kid die, and it's been in the dreams all the time. And if you notice in the dreams, all the whispers, which I initially thought were just because he's afraid, but if you notice, they're all people Shepard knows. So That's put in the account, and the boy who dies in Earth, Vancouver. That's exactly what Shepard wants to see. I doubt the catalyst would be that, right? So it gives them the options: synthesis turns all or changes all organic and synthetic DNA, so it's pretty much both. And then you can either like destroy all synthetic life, and the one where you can control the Reapers. Everyone in the mass relay can destroy it. So another thing I want to say is, why are all those choices there? No one has ever seen that part of the Citadel. No one has ever seen that part of the Citadel. Have you guys noticed that? Exactly. No one's seen that part of the Citadel. And why would there be an option to destroy or to control the Reapers at the top of the Citadel, next to the place where you can there's the choice where you can control or destroy? And why would they be like so like there? Why would they even be there? Why would they be close together? And the synthesized option, why would it also be there? Why are all these options all put together, all linked? That doesn't make sense. It seems like that's what Shepard just wants. He wants that to happen. That's why he's dreaming it. So that's, and then after everything crashes and the Normandy escapes for some reason, that's not really clear how it escapes. Did it already know what like shit was going down? So it went on the mass relay, or I mean, because that's impossible. The mass relays were destroyed. How would they get to that planet, which is definitely not in the solar system? How would they get there? So the things don't make sense on purpose, because things don't make sense in a dream. Nothing makes sense in a dream. So that's what Shepard wants. He wants to see the people he really loves to survive, and that's what happened. They get crash in an abandoned planet, and that's when you see them smile. They come out and they're, well, I guess they're not like happy, but you can see that they're relieved, and that's end credits. And then there's the epilogue, which is the grandfather telling to his child about the story of the Shepard. And what I think, my views on that is that the Shepard, the crew of Shepard crash on that planet, either the planet or the moon of that planet. And then this is like as I said, it was a long time ago. So those the crew members were the descendants, no, the ancestors of those two people. So that's why I think it's a dream. However, that, you know, it could be fake, you know. I mean, not fake, but it could be untrue. So that's just one of the possible theories. Another theory is that Shepard was indoctrinated, which is it's kind of an interesting speculation, because if you've read the Mass Effect Retribution novel I had, it's not that easy. It's not like direct mind control. Like, it's not assuming control like Harbinger, the second game. He has to be like, Grayson was weakened by Red Sand, which is like his addictive drug formula. And then it's after days, it's the Reapers getting into his mind. I can understand why people would think that it was indoctrination, simply because at the beginning you see the little boy. You see the little boy and what's it called? There's a growling noise similar to what Grayson hears. There's like a growling noise. So that's another reason why it's indoctrinated. That's actually really the only evidence, aside from, oh, another thing is when he's at the Citadel, he's so indoctrinated. He believes that the Catalyst isn't a bad guy. Like, you know what I mean? It's not evil. It's just the law and justice of the universe. That's basically what maybe the Reapers want him to think that, and for him to destroy the Reapers is his choice. However, kind of he's more pressured to do the opposite, which is to like control the Reapers. But since he's already maybe controlled by the Reapers, controlling the Reapers would just be like, it'd be the same thing. So that's just one of the speculations. Maybe the Reapers had already controlled him, because like I said, Mass Effect 3, it starts off, he's in Vancouver, he's like decommissioned, right? what happens between Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3 for Shepard. There's a big gap. No one knows what happens. Maybe, well, there's definitely going to be a DLC, as it says after the game. Thank you for playing, blah blah blah. There'll be downloadable content, new gameplay. So that's what I think is going to happen. If that theory is true, that he's indoctrinated, then there'll be a DLC that shows what happened in between Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3. By the way, if you have to pay for that DLC, I'm gonna be fucking flipping pissed, because it's not a complete package. So that's just stupid. But anyway, let's stick to the game. And yeah, that's basically what I think would happen if he was indoctrinated. I mean, I guess it would explain a few things, but the hallucination ending seems to make more sense. The biggest reason why I think it was a hallucination was, how did Anderson get there? I don't like what I'm sounding may not sound like make sense. Well, he maybe just walked there ahead, but the whole time he's like, Shepard, where are you? Oh, it keeps changing, the what's it called? The ramps keep changing, but then he eventually gets there before Shepard, and the way he moves is really stiff. So I think it's just so weird. BioWare, I think they purposely made the ending as ambiguous as possible, so people like me and you could discuss it. So yeah, that's basically what I think happens. And I guess the most confusing part would be the epilogue, the Stargazer. That's a very weird planet. I mean, you see it, and it's a very strange planet. And a lot of people have different speculations on what it is. Well, what is that? Where is it? Could it be where the Normandy crash landed thousands or maybe hundreds of years later? Who knows?
Never have I been so hyped.
So that's just one of the things that people have to think about before creating an argument. I personally, I'm also one of the people that are being pissed off. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Pretty much everyone who beat Mass Effect 3 was pissed off with the ending, because it was so ambiguous. You know what I mean? I was pissed off too. But now that I've thought about it, and I've thought about all the different theories, that it does make a lot more sense. However, it's not cleared up. So I'm hoping the BioWare will clear it up. And please, if you add a DLC, it better not be fucking expensive, because that just kind of pisses me off. Right now, Mass Effect 3 is an incomplete experience, and making us pay for a DLC is just fucking annoying. But anyway, that aside, it was a great game, amazing. Mass Effect 3, you have to get it. If you get Mass Effect 3, you really have to play it. You have to play the first one and the second one. I really recommend you reading the books. It makes things a lot clearer, especially Mass Effect Retribution. Yeah. Oh, another thing. Just because the endings are ambiguous, it gives no excuse that, all the decisions you make, they really don't affect the ending. Solarians, the Geth, the Quarians, the Krogan, you don't see them, you know what I'm saying? You don't see them in the battle and stuff, which is weird. Maybe that's another reason why it could be a hallucination. But that's my two theories, and that's what I think may have happened, may or not. If you've got another idea, please leave it in the comment below, because I'm always up for new speculation, new ideas to think about. So yeah, thanks.